country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for. And if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
What's going on, America? Welcome to Thursday. Bottle of water in the shot. All right. Todd, as Todd believes in doing things illegally, and Todd has not paid his electric bill in 7 months, and so he's been siphoning it off of the neighbor, and so his power keeps flickering in and out. So Todd is finally back as I'm talking, but this is the sixth time. This is the sixth time that that he's done this. So if Todd ends up showing up in and out of the show, just remember this is what happens when you do things the wrong way and you don't pay your bills. Just for the record, children.
Tony, I paid my protection money. Y'all leave me alone.
Stop talking before I show you on the page. Dang. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an interesting show today. We got a lot of things to talk about across the board. I literally, Dan Bongino's texting me while we're doing the show.
Is he really?
Dan, if you're watching, I'm going to write you back in just a second as soon as the camera gets off of me. So let's go ahead and introduce this. First of all, we need you to hit that like button, hit that share button. We got a lot of things to talk about. It looks like Russia has actually sent missiles into Ukraine. But what's interesting about this whole situation is many reliable sources from Reuters has now come out and said that Vladimir Putin is willing to talk about ending this thing, but he will only do it with President Trump. Very interesting things across the board. Also, we've got almost 400,000 children that are missing. People are still talking about this transgender bathroom nonsense and the horrible Snow White movie and the horrible incessant, I don't even know what to call her, demon that plays Snow White. We've got things to talk about there. Oh, and also, did we get justice for Laken Riley? In fact, I want you to say her name in the chat right now. Blow that up. Show your love and support for Laken Riley's family. A verdict did come down yesterday, and we're going to talk about, do we believe it was enough? So not only say her name, but comment yes or no. Do you believe that the sentence was enough? Yes or no? Tony, calm down. I already know how you feel about it. We'll get to it in a moment. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Not Mexican Cartel Tony is here.
Good morning, everybody. Today it's cold, not Mexican Tony. I am freezing, dude. I don't know why it's so cold, and my feet are just cold. Anyways,
all right. Anyway, not talking about Tony's lack of circulation.
I'm a diabetic. I am a diabetic.
What a weird show. You are not defined by your disease, Tony.
I didn't say it was, but I have poor circulation in my hands and my feet, Graham. All right, that's why my feet and my hands are always so cold. Thank you for being sympathetic.
Oh, anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, producer Royce is here.
There he goes with his Pinto face again.
Royce, you remind me of Eminem more. You remind me of Eminem more every single time I say it.
Every single day. Oh, no.
Dude, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, watch me push this button on my night. Oh, no, I stubbed my toe in a flashlight. You ever see that guy? You ever see that guy that like does Eminem? That kind of thing is if Eminem stubbed his toe and it was like him doing a thing. All right, of course, everybody's favorite redneck hot seat, Todd is here.
I don't have one of those faces where it looks like I'm registered on a specific site.
Yes, you do. What are you
talking
about?
Specific
yes,
site.
You do.
Yeah, that's the face right there. Like, hey, I'm on a site.
No, dude, I was the Eminem face.
Yeah, no, that's not an Eminem. That's an Eminem on the toilet face. Maybe.
I apologize. I told you Dan Bongino just texted, and you gotta. Everybody, give me a goat emoji. Dan Bongino's probably watching the show, knowing he's messing with me right now on the show. So everybody, say hi, Dan, in the chat. Blow the chat out for Dan Bongino.
2 weeks.
In the chat, go ahead and blow it up for Dan Bongino.
Good morning, Mr. Bongino.
He's literally the dots are going right now.
You're going down in 2 weeks, buddy.
I'll send him a link right now. He can.
I bet you he's watching. Anyway,
I have not had the pleasure of meeting him, but I see his. I watch the show all the time.
All right, we got a lot of things to talk about. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the share button. The more you share, the more people see this feed. I see all the hi Dans. Royce, you got to show the hi Dan's. If Dan's watching the show, you got to.
I don't.
Royce is like,
I
what?
can't.
How do I do that?
Okay, all right, it's fine. Never mind. You can't hit the button where the
I
chat
have beard
shows
and
up?
I can't.
I don't have. I need to make one where it's just us in the chat. Otherwise, it shows like the article. Like
Oh, okay. I got it.
I can do it. I just have to be ready for that.
Okay. All right. Anyway, all right. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first of all, let's get to our sponsors for today. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to check out our good friends over at Angel Studios. You can become a member today by going to angel.com/Graham Hope. Why should you do this? Well, one, Angel Studio is making amazing content that you and your family can actually watch without woke indoctrination, anti-Christian rhetoric across the board. It's amazing content, too. It's not that cheap Hallmark movie-looking stuff either. I mean, this is top-of-the-line stuff. Also, as a member of the Guild, you get free tickets anytime an Angel Studios movie makes it into a movie theater. And then, as a Guild member, you actually get the opportunity to vote on what is made next by Angel Studios. It's an amazing thing, and it's almost like you, the people, have the power, which is the way that it should be. So what are you waiting for? Go to angel.com/Graham Hope today. That's angel.com/Graham Hope today. Show some love to our sponsors. We are very appreciative of them, so go show them love right now. All right. We've got an intro block today. This is going to make a lot of people mad. We got Cry Libs Cry all day long today. I want to see CLC in the chat. Cry Libs Cry. If you want to see some content of just the left is imploding and it's joyous.
Yes,
if I may say, joyous. It is a magazine. No.
No, not
It is.
No.
It is
Give 'em a
magnanimous occasion. No. Okay. All right. Fine.
No buzzer.
No love today, huh? All right. Fine. All right. CLC. They want to see it. Let's go. Play this demon.
You ready for this thumbnail?
Yeah. Ah! Cut
That's
off
horrifying.
your Trump family is what this guy has to
Yes.
say. Cut off your Trump family.
I did not send this in. This is all Royce right here.
Me either.
Blow up the CLC in the chat. Let it
Yeah,
roll.
blow it
crazy
up.
as we
They
play
are.
this.
They are blowing it up. Look, they're ready to see
Faster,
this
faster,
demon.
faster,
Let's go.
faster, faster. Here we go.
This is
Hi,
all
this
roll.
is a series about cutting off your Trumpy family members.
He said cut off your trunk.
Why do you need to be perfect? Why do you need to consider everyone's feelings and make sure everyone is okay in the situation and watch what you say and say it perfectly and say it right while they get to say whatever?
Hey, that was
They get to be
demon.
racist, mean, awful to you, not respect your boundaries. They get to say whatever, do whatever, never consider your feelings. Why do you need to be perfect? And they get to do and say whatever. Does that sound fair to you?
Pop quiz.
That's a demon.
How many trophies do you think he has in his freezer?
That is a psychotic. That is a demon.
I'm gonna say 12.
From the pits of
Look, yeah,
DAs above.
I'm telling you, that's
It's all in the eyes, people.
I love the fact, one, this dude, if you had to look up what a predator, child predator, pedophile looked like, it would be, this is textbook. And I love that he thinks that he's a lady boy, and he always has this really gross, like shadow, like 5 o'clock
Well,
shadow
yeah.
going on. Yeah, like, it's like that's on purpose. Okay, he every day buzzes it just enough to keep it just right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is a demon. And here's the thing. This guy puts up content talking about how children should lie to their parents and hide from their parents, that they're going through gender affirming care and all this other kind of stuff. TikTok loves this guy. TikTok,
Love
this
him.
guy's viral all over the place.
Loves
Can
him.
you imagine if I went to, like, if I made a video, it's like, hey kids, let me talk to you for a moment. Make sure your mom and dad aren't listening to this video of what I want to tell you. I want to tell you how to sneak out of your home. I want to tell you how to lie to your parents so they don't know where you're going. Can you imagine? I would be on the watch list.
Red leader.
Like that
Kick in the
day.
door now. Breach.
Boost the power. We got one. I mean, they would be coming after me like this. But this demonic pedophile is just able to go across the board. But I love it because he's like, why should you be perfect? And I love the weird language. What does this have to do about being perfect? Now, if he had gone, why should you be forced to be silent while they do this and they do that?
That dude has 12 thumbs in his freezer.
And then I love the moment that the Adam's apple came out, and it was just
I am going to say no comment. Yesterday I was a little dark Tony, so I am just going to hold my tongue.
Dark Tony.
Because I am not in the mood for this crap today.
Is that like a dark Brandon kind of vibe? Like, what is dark Tony? Exactly?
Well, you know, after we saw the verdict, I mean, we'll talk about it, but I was just like, no, that smug look on that. Never mind. I'm good.
Yep.
Moving on.
Shall we move
All right.
on?
Anyway, moving on. Okay. All right. We got another one. So this is The View. This is a great moment. All right. So The View is all anti-Matt Gaetz and everything like this. This is a great before and after type thing where literally Sonny Houston has to issue a legal statement in regards to Matt Gaetz. If you are all about Matt Gaetz getting confirmed as the Attorney General, comment yes or no in the chat right now. Let's blow it up. Play this video. It's majestic.
How could you nominate someone with allegations of child trafficking across state lines and having sex with a 17-year-old? My understanding further on in the interview, they discussed the fact that once he finds out that she's 17, he stops having sex with her.
Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz
RBF
denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism. That DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Can I just ask this question? Okay, so like they throw around these terms all the time, and they say them so much that they have no meaning. White supremacist, Nazi, all of these racist, all these. Why is nobody suing these people for saying this stuff?
That was my next question, Tom. I mean, she already said it. I mean, she said it just because she comes back and reads a note.
I am nobody. Okay, I am nobody, but I'm here to tell you right now, y'all mess around and call me a white supremacist on national television. I'm calling Mama Justice, and I'm owning you, like 100%.
Yeah, so is it okay now to come out and say whatever you want about anybody and just and not be sued for defamation? I mean, as long as you say, "Oops, I'm sorry about that." I mean,
I want to know who made her read that thing.
I mean, they probably had this plan, dude. I mean, it all seems like, I mean, as soon as she got done, Whoopi kind of, okay, we'll be right back. They had this plan so they won't get sued. She wanted to say what she wanted to say about.
I just think it's awesome that they got owned live on TV like that. You know, that's my thing. I apologize. Dan's messing with me, like in real time. I just wrote. I was just said, hey, just so you know, the chat's blowing up for you. He's like, yeah, I know, my phone's blowing up. We got to talk about this. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, fine. So you know, if you happen to say Dan is the GOAT and just blow up the chat again, you know, that
he might hop on.
That might be pretty hilarious. Let me see here. Yes, I can.
You know,
Just
you know
right.
what? You just do your thing, Graham. We'll do
I'm
your
so
show.
sorry, ladies
it's
and
okay.
gentlemen. I don't know what's going on. Dan just asked if I'm available in 20 minutes to talk on the phone, so I might have to hand the lead over to Todd here in a minute. I don't know. Don't read into that.
Uh-oh.
Don't read into it. Nothing.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me be clear. Do not read into any of those things.
Too late,
across
dude.
the board.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that and say, don't read into that.
Well, I can't disappear in 20 minutes. People are like, where the crap did Graham go? I'm just telling you right now, when Dan Bongino said, hey, are you free in like 20 minutes? I don't know what that means.
Royce, get your
could
disclaimer
mean
going.
nothing.
Yep.
It could literally be Dan just going, I just wanted to see if I could get you off the show.
That would
you know,
be-
kind of thing.
That
So-
would be awesome. I would have a new level of respect for him if he did that. Like, I already have a lot. That would be great. That's something I would do.
Anyway, so yeah, somebody said Graham just has to poop. I do not. That is not true. That is a lie. I would tell you. I look, we're family enough. I'd be honest with you. I'd be like, look, guys, I love you to death. When it happens, and you know when you got to go, you got to
He had too much
go.
gluten this morning.
Yeah, dude, I have been taking fiber lately because with my diet, and this is completely nothing to do with the show. With my diet I'm on, like you can end up like not getting as much fiber as you need and stuff. And so that's like a real thing. And so anyway, you'll learn this, Royce, when you pass 30. When you pass 30, things don't start working
And this
as
week's
well.
newsletter, Graham's poopy schedule.
Media Matters is going to be all over this one.
All right, here we go. Speaking about people leaving, the shamed pollster, Lichtman, or is it Lichtman? Like
Lickman.
We just call him Lickum.
Lick 'em. I love this. Here, let's just go to it right now. I love people that go on X to announce. First of all, look at this guy. Have you seen a picture of his wife? His wife is like 2 feet taller than him.
Dude,
like,
he looks like a character from Fraggle Rock.
He looks like he could teach at Hogwarts. Anyway, the point is, I
looks
love.
like he runs that bank from Hogwarts.
Yes, I love
With the
people that
goblin.
go to X
Good one.
to announce that they're leaving X. I can get it if I was going to retire. Like I understand people like doing like a, hey, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank everybody that's been with me for so long, but it's time for me to retire. It's time for me to move on. I get that. That makes sense to me. But to just let everybody know, hey, I hate this place so much. I'm done with X.
Yeah.
I will be deactivating my account soon, but not before I can see all the things you say about this post that I'm making. The good news is I'll be over on Blue Sky. You can follow me there. You want to know what this is right here? Blue Sky is this new left-leaning app that's like Twitter that paid him money to post this. That's what this is. In fact, you know what? I bet if we search this exact quote, I bet you there's a bunch of accounts that have said this exact same thing. How much you want to bet? That sounds like a marketing thing that they
100%.
have you guys post on there. I'm done with X. I will be because it doesn't say due to the hatred I've seen over the polling situation or anything like that. No, it's just I'm done with X. I will be deactivating my account soon. The good news is, see, it's just weird. I'll be over on Blue Sky. You can follow me.
The good
there.
news is he's gone. Great.
Yeah, the good news is you're gone, and the world's better off for it because you suck, buddy. You suck.
So out of curiosity, really quick, I downloaded Blue Sky, and I made an account just to explore.
Did you?
Yeah. Just to explore. And what I found was nothing but people posting photos of like mountains and like photography. Like there's nothing going on over there. It's completely
Well, it is
irrelevant.
called Blue Sky.
That's true.
Yeah,
I know, but-
did you see the Babylon Bees post? Go to their Twitter really quick. Babylon Bee posted a screenshot of their first few posts on Blue Sky, and they're like, "This is going super well." And it's nothing but just like every post has been taken down, and it says intolerance. It's on the thing. I should create an account. And post that video of us talking about how gay Harry Sisson is.
Yes.
You should.
Yes.
That should be the first video. Hey, if you guys think we should create a Dear America account on Blue Sky,
Absolutely.
just comment yes or no.
Yeah.
Let me know if you see it, Royce, on there. It's on the Babylon Bees account. They posted a screenshot. Maybe it was Seth Dillon. You got it? Okay, cool. Yeah. Check this out. This is hilarious. They're like, yeah, it's going well so far. Look, this Babylon Bee. Can we zoom in? Intolerance. It literally is called intolerance.
Intolerance. They might as well just say not liberal enough.
Yeah, not liberal enough. That's amazing. All right.
Fake news you can trust.
All right. Everybody knows the controversy around the new Snow White. First of all, you had the gay seven dwarfs, and then they had to go back and redo that because it was a bunch of pedophiles dressed up as dwarves. And then the whole dwarf community came out and was like, how dare you not actually cast dwarfs? And then you had them being anti-man in this stuff, and this horrible, horrible woman. This chick is Gal Gadot, is the evil queen or whatever, that's jealous of the looks of Snow White. This person. Can we just find a picture of Gal Gadot really quick? Can you just? I'm just for comparisons. I'm not saying beauty is only on the outside. Of course not. That's of course not what all that matters.
By the way.
No, it's not.
think it's
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot. That's Wonder Woman.
That is Wonder
That's
Woman.
Wonder Woman.
That's not Wonder
Not
Woman.
this person. We're
Dude.
talking about the evil stepmother.
In the movie,
Oh,
Gal
okay.
Gadot
Okay.
plays the evil whatever.
Stepmother, I think.
Is it a stepmother?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't want.
yeah,
Look,
wait,
okay, here you go. Yeah, this chick is jealous of the looks of. Can we go back to the other chick, please? Just real quick.
Wait, I gotta have them next to each other. Boom.
That. Okay. So first of all, we got some problems in and of itself. But then this chick gets in trouble again because the day after Trump wins the election, she puts that she hopes Trump supporters die. Literally.
Yeah,
that's what
literally.
she said.
Yeah,
like
she
I'm
meant
not
destiny.
she didn't hint to it. She didn't lean to it. No. I hope they die. So then the backlash comes out. She puts up again. This person is jealous of that person's looks in the movie. I'm out. Doesn't make any sense. Wonder Woman is jealous of the gnome over here. All right, either way. The point is, okay, she puts this little Instagram thing up like, hey, I let my emotions get away from me and all this stuff. And then she puts out a video. Now, this is only 35-second clip of the video. Now, maybe she was super remorseful or whatnot, but the way she ends this video is the most insufferable, pompous thing I've ever heard in my life. Just play it.
And to everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
You look like Admiral Akbar from Star Wars.
No, nobody's
Like,
going to be in line.
stop
Look,
it.
here's what Disney needs to do. If you agree with this comment, yes or no, they need to fire this chick. Every single
Immediately.
payment due to her needs to be eliminated,
On.
and they need to shelve this god-awful movie because Disney, hey, for all your marketing execs, you can pay me $3 million a year and I'll help you out. Yeah, you'll have the best year ever if you bring me on board.
And just hand Marvel over to me. I'll
This
take care
will
of it.
be the biggest flop you've ever had. No
Ever.
one is going to see this movie. If you agree with that, comment yes or no in the chat right now.
Do you guys remember what happened when they remade The Little Mermaid with the black actress? How
Yes.
people were just up in arms. That, why would you?
Yes.
Why would you? I mean, that movie flopped because of just that.
Correct, yeah.
Let
That's
alone this girl coming out and saying the stuff that she's saying.
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
terrible.
Yeah, it's.
All right, let's go ahead and get Patriot Mobile out of the way real quick. We still got some more stuff to do, but I want to give love to Patriot Mobile. We love Patriot Mobile over here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to stop giving your money to demonic Satanist organizations that pay for abortions and hate your Christian values. Instead, you need to go to patriotmobile.com/Graham right now. With the promo code Graham, you get the first month free when you activate today. Ladies and gentlemen, Patriot Mobile loves your values. They support life. Like I told you yesterday, when we were doing supply runs back and forth to North Carolina, Patriot Mobile was doing the same. When we were knocking on doors in Arizona, Patriot Mobile was sending people to go knock on doors for the election as well. So now it's time for you to support them. Switch your cell phone service today. It's fast, easy, it's convenient, and when you call them, you get an American, not some weirdo you can't even understand what they're saying. So go to patriotmobile.com/Graham right now. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. Promo code Graham's going to save you money by giving you the first month for free. Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham, promo code Graham. All right. Last but not least, Ellen DeGeneres has officially left the United States.
Yes.
If you're proud of this, give me an American flag in the chat because the world is better off for it. See you later, Ellen. Nobody cares. Do we believe that Ellen DeGeneres left because she just can't believe Donald Trump is the president?
No.
Or do we believe that she's afraid of that Diddy list coming out? That's all I'm saying.
Her and Sharon Stone.
Look at that. That is, wow.
Ellen Diddy Generous.
That's a
Ellen
lot.
Degenerate.
That's a lot. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of pain.
Look at those eyebrows.
In one thing.
They are like straight as can be.
Even the eyebrows are
Swing.
confused what the facial expression is.
Yeah,
They don't know what to do.
We don't know what we're doing.
Well, that's a lot of Botox, and that's a lot of demonic activity. And what you see that space in between her eyebrows, how far it is. That's for the 666 to end up when it's time.
That's
all
a
right.
fact.
Either
Oh
way.
my God.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Well, we got to get serious for a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. The tragedy that was Laken Riley for Biden's failed border policies and Kamala Harris's failed border policies was an absolute tragedy. This happened not too far down the road where we're from. And yesterday, the verdict for her killer, who was an illegal immigrant, came down. He was found guilty on all 10 counts. Let's play the moment that this verdict was read.
With that, Mr. Ibarra, if you will please stand. Count 1, malice murder. I sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. Count 2 will be vacated as a matter of operation of law. Count 3, vacated by operation of law. Count 4, vacated by operation of law. Count 5, life in prison consecutive to count 1. Count 6, 20 years to serve consecutive to count 5. Count 7 will merge with count 1. Count 8, 12 months consecutive to count 6. Strike that. 12 months, but I don't want it to 6. It's just going to be consecutive. Count 9, 12 months consecutive. Count 10, 5 years consecutive to count 6.
Pause.
So that would mean...
So first of all, I want us to show Laken's family some love and support. So if everybody in the comment section right now can just simply say her name, just write the word Laken for Laken Riley here. Show her family some support during this time. First of all, the thing that pops up, this animal, this monster, there's no remorse whatsoever in this guy. He meant what he did. He's glad that he did it, and he is an animal. He is less than human. I want to see the chat blow up right now. I'm serious. For Laken's family, you guys just say her name in the chat. I'm going to be honest with everybody here. Yeah, he got life and all this other kind of stuff. I don't think it's good enough. I really don't. I think this dude should be sentenced to death. I'm very firm death penalty, 100%. If you agree that he needs the death penalty, comment yes or no. Here's the thing. If Donald Trump was in office, he would have, look at the chat. There you go. Show love for Laken and her family right now. If Donald Trump was in office right now, he would have the death penalty. And what I'm asking right now, I am petitioning. I don't know what the laws are on this. Okay. I'm not a lawyer. All right. But if there's a way for Donald Trump's orders that will be, he's already said this, that if an illegal immigrant murders an American citizen, it is the death penalty. The end. If there's a way to make that go back and come after this dude, I think that we need to have a public petition for that to happen. This guy should not be allowed to live. This illegal criminal animal should not be allowed to live on our tax dollars when he took the life of this innocent, beautiful young woman that had literally just started her life. Literally just started her life. And I know that President Trump said that he's going to make that a law, that if an illegal immigrant takes the life of an American citizen, they will receive the death penalty. I don't know law. I don't know if that falls in double jeopardy or all this stuff, but this dude isn't even a freaking citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how does that even apply in the first place? I personally think that the death penalty is warranted. The death penalty is needed. And if you agree with that, comment yes or no in the chat right now. Let's listen to what ABC has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I don't know what's going on. I know Dan Bongino said that he's fixing to call me here in a minute. If I do have to take off, I apologize. I don't know what it's about. I don't think anybody should read too much into it, but I'm just, again, reminding you that if I disappear, it's a really bad day for Todd to be having internet problems.
Me and Tony got it.
So anyway, all right, but let's play this clip and let's see what these people have to say.
This death of Laken Riley and the subsequent trial has essentially been a massive political lightning rod here in this country. And you said it there yourself, the president-elect campaigning on the death of Laken Riley and pointing to the current administration, saying that their laws and what they're calling failed policies contributed to Laken Riley's death. I want to remind you that Ibarra entered this country illegally in 2022, according to law enforcement officials, and he was paroled and released for further processing by ICE. And since that time he entered the country, he was arrested another time. Law enforcement officers saying that he was arrested in 2023 in New York City and charged with acting in a manner to injure a child less than 17, as well as a motor vehicle violation. But it's important to note that although there is very little evidence indicating a connection between immigration and violent crime, this is still something the president-elect
The dude's
Trump,
literally on trial for murder. There's little evidence.
Wanted to essentially plant their flag on and point that to the current Biden administration. And we saw that even as early as President Biden's latest State of the Union address, where Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene infamously interrupted President Biden, forcing him to acknowledge the death of Laken Riley, something that President Biden did by holding up a pin in her during that State of the Union. But it is important to note that all of this vitriol that we're hearing from
pause. I'm done with these losers. Yeah, let's go to Tom Homan here, or Haman, however we pronounce his name. I want to hear what he has to say about it. Let's go here.
You know, Laura, a lot of people ask me why I get so emotional when I do Fox News and why I scream at members of Congress. Because I've seen so much tragedy. I've talked to hundreds of angels and moms and dads who buried their children because they're killed by illegal alien. This is the latest. You know, I've talked to little girls as young as 9 years old that were raped multiple times by members of cartel. When you look in her eyes and everything innocent and pure has been ripped from her soul, and her life will never be the same. I mean, it's just, I'm tired of it. And the government failed the Laken Riley family. Not only, if President Trump was president, he'd be sitting in Mexico in the Remain in Mexico program. And if he did get to New York and he was arrested for injury to a child in New York, ICE would be able to arrest him because the priorities under Trump were if you're in the country illegally, you're a target. But because Secretary Mayorkas put the priorities so low, even the injury to the child didn't meet the standards, so ICE could even place a detainer on him. So this is purely, it could have been prevented. This young lady's dead. And I want every mayor, every governor of a sanctuary jurisdiction to listen to that tape, listen to this young girl fight for her life, fight for her breath, trying to survive, terrified. Think of I want you to understand what she went through. Like the 9-year-old boy, that 5-year-old boy in the back of the tractor trailer that I held, I found him dead, that baked to death. I thought about what the last hour of his life was like. You need to listen to this tape. And for those governors and mayors who are saying they're going to stop Tom Homan, they're going to stop President Trump, shame on you. Your responsibility is protect your communities, and that's what we want to do, is protect your community.
That's why that man's got to be the border czar right there. That's why that man's got to be. Go ahead, Tony. Remember, kids are watching this, so just, you
guys know how I feel about all the illegal stuff with the murders and whatnot. I get very emotional. I mean, I have daughters, so it just boils my blood on the inside. And all the stuff that ABC's saying and Fox is saying, and all the politicians and all the stuff, they're all full of crap, dude. I mean, this is a systematic failure of all the politicians failing to protect our citizens. And I know that I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash from people who are saying the Republicans are trying to do better. The immigration thing has been going on for freaking eons, man, and they've never figured it out. I mean, when is it gonna be enough when people are like, dude, that could happen to my child, that can happen to my child? We can never get the life back of that young lady. I mean, that no matter what they say, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna change that, we're gonna do this. They're all full of crap, dude. I mean, honestly,
this is
hold on a second.
I'm sorry, Bubba. I'm sorry.
When it all comes down to it, man. I mean, we need to get back to those days where you do something wrong, you take somebody's life. There's no here's your $200 and go pass go. It is put them on a firing line. Boom, you're done. No life in jail. No. Let's go through a trial. No, let's spend years trying to figure out what happened. Like Graham just said, they're going to be in our jails taking our tax money for life. I mean, the life that you had is done because you took somebody else's life. There is no here, be in our jail cell for the next life, and that's enough punishment. There isn't enough punishment. That family will never get back that life you took, dude. And you are nothing but a POS. You deserve to be in the throes of hell, and hopefully the devil gives you personal attention every single day of being down in hell, dude. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you, and there's a piece of this puzzle when it comes to immigration that a lot of these Democrats either they don't understand or they just don't care. All right, and take it from somebody that like Graham. I wore a uniform for a very long time. I traveled and saw the world. Went to several countries, some good, some bad. But here is one commonality of other countries, and I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority of the countries that are allowing people to come into our country, they do not value life the way that we do. Okay, to that guy, to Sabaro, the demon right there, that's a Tuesday where he's from. That is a normal thing. They do not value life. They do not value children. They do not value the things that we value here in this country. So, yes, of course. So now if you open the floodgates wide open and you don't put restrictions on anything, even if we allow somebody from another country to immigrate to come to this country legally, we still roll out the red carpet. We cater to their language. We cater to what they do from their country. Go ahead and take your American flag to Germany, France, Russia, Italy, China, Japan, and see if they cater to your American English. See if they cater to your American culture and the way that you do things. We're the only country that does that. And this is the product of it. And to your point, Tony, I agree with you 150%. The only comfort that I get is the probability that Bubba and Rufus are licking their lips in an orange jumpsuit at whatever federal prison that dude's heading to. And yes, Lord, you know my heart. I love you. You know that I love you. But if you would just give me a glimpse of allowing me to physically watch that animal being cast in the pits of hell, I would be eternally grateful.
Amen.
I'll first off, I agree, Tony. I agree that this man should probably receive the death penalty. I know that it's a controversial topic for some. It's in the argument with abortion and stuff, but I do agree, especially as an illegal immigrant, you can't just come into our country and do whatever you want. There are consequences, and a child doesn't always learn until they've been spanked or they've been disciplined on something, and they're just going to keep coming into our country, and they're going to keep doing the same thing until we, in a sense, discipline them and take action and say, hey, you do this again, this is what's in front of you. Right? It's not that we want to kill all these people. It's that you cannot do this. Otherwise, we will put you to the death penalty because that is the consequence and you can't do it. Point blank, period. Right? But another conversation is the matter of deportation, in the sense where a lot of people are like, oh, we need to deport everybody. And Trump's talking about a mass deportation and Homan is talking about this. And I think that we're in good hands there, but there's the conversation where it's like, oh, we should deport the really bad ones first. I agree, but we just need to deport everybody. Let's not slow down the process to solo out the bad ones and then get them out. Just get everybody out. Let's keep America full of Americans, and then we can go from there. I think that this process cannot be slow walked. What's happening with Laken Riley should be treated differently. This should be set as an example, as a warning to anybody else who has done or wants to, or whatever their intentions are in this country. This should be a warning to them that they should not, right? In the words of Kamala, don't, right?
Yeah. And
Well,
there was a reason. Okay, there was a reason that towns in the West. During Wyatt Earp's days, the Cowboy Wars was going on. There was a reason that they would hang people in the public square. It wasn't just the punishment itself. It had nothing to do with somebody being put to death. Yes, that was a big deal. But it was also a warning, and they let them hang there for a while. And the reason is because if you commit this crime, that's going to be you.
Well, I mean, the whole immigration thing is a huge topic for whatever political party is in there, and hopefully Donald Trump could come in and fix it. But I mean, not that I don't believe that he will, but honestly, I don't care. I mean, whether he fixes it or not, I want us to get back to the time where whether you're a U.S. citizen or you're here illegally an immigrant, if you commit a crime like this. Like I said, there should be no trial, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you guys have seen the movie Judge Dredd, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they take them right out the back.
Take them right out the back and boom, here, you've been,
deal.
Boom,
It's a done deal.
Why do we have to pay why do our taxes have to go to house this freaking POS that just did a horrible crime? I don't understand. I've never understood that. Why they could live for a life sentence and then be eligible for parole then after they took a life. I've never understood that.
That's the sad part is that piece of garbage is going to be eating better than some Americans do for the next 30, 40, 50 years.
Exactly.
But would it really...
He will be spending our money, eating our food, using our resources while he sits in jail for life. For life.
But is anybody going to be surprised and within 30 days his sentence gets commuted and he gets deported back to his country? Is anybody going to be surprised if that happens before Biden steps off? No. And another thing, and Royce, I think it was you, they're going to start with the worst of the worst of the criminals. Fine, you need to go to the prisons. If you're not an American citizen, you got to go. But we're not just going to let you leave, okay? We're not just going to let you leave. No, we're going to give you the GPS tracker, so if you come back across, we're going to know it, and we're going to find you immediately. And you get one shot. You get one shot. Stay your ass where you are. If you come back across here, you're going to die on American soil.
Well,
I'm telling you guys this. Go ahead, Royce.
The process, regardless, is going to be close the border, then deport, which is why I'm saying don't slow walk. Once we get to the deportation stage, don't slow walk it. Yes, obviously get everybody out of the prisons and back on their side, but just get everybody out. Mass, speedy deportation. Get them all out, close the border, end it.
Yeah, I think you have to do that, but before you do that, and this is something, and Tony, I know you can maybe speak to this better than all of us, and I'm not making fun. I'm being serious because you lived in California and those areas. But the announcement was made a few months ago with Tom Homan and Donald Trump that they were going to utilize Tier 1 Special Forces operators, Delta, things of that nature, to completely wipe the cartel off the face of the planet. I think securing the border, that has to be priority. Because you can put up a wall, you can put up soldiers, you can do it. The cartel, and to Tony's point, the cartel has had ways around all of this stuff for years. Don't think for 1 second that the cartel doesn't have Border Patrol, ICE, judges, politicians in their pocket. That's why they are who they are. That's why they are a multi-trillion-dollar organization, because they have those connections. So you've got to start with the evilest of the evil, and that's the one that's trafficking children, that's trafficking criminals, that's trafficking drugs into our country, and you've got to then you can secure the border, put up your wall, put the Border Patrol agents up, and things like that. And then
I know we have to move on because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But one last thing I would say, Todd, to your point, if I had the training, or if there's any freaking special forces out there, Navy SEALs or anything like that, people that can get across without being detected, dude, just go out there and do Batman vigilance, man.
Bro,
just freaking man.
That
would
rally
be all day long.
That rally that Tom did was like, do I have any volunteers out there? I was like, bro, if I wasn't partially Wolverine, I volunteer as tribute. I'll put my Punisher shirt on and I'm headed that way.
So two things. We do have to move on and get to the point of this show. We're already 46 minutes in, but people are asking why keep the empty seat there for Graham. Well, one, we want to know when he comes back. Two, Tony's audio is tied into Graham's since they're in the same room and it has to go through one. So I can't take Graham off the others. You can't hear Tony. And nobody wants that for Tony. We all want to hear Tony. But moving on here, moving past this, what? What was that?
Todd
Nothing.
Like this. Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got the thing pulled up now.
Yeah, the HHS secretary not able to account for over 400,000 missing children. On top of, and again, this has to be related to the border crisis. This has to be, right? So this is kind of flowing into this, and then here in just a minute, we'll get into the Russia thing, but I just wanted to listen to this and hear what he has to say really quick.
Mr. Secretary, how can you credibly claim that HHS is working to protect these children? And by the way, children we're talking about in the order of magnitude of 400 and something thousand children, which you are dismissing that they are lost. Let me ask you a very specific question, Mr. Secretary. Can you account for the whereabouts of those 400 and something thousand children? The 320,000 that were put in the report by the Inspector General, the 85,000 that we've talked about before in 2023. Do you know where all of these children are and that they are safe? Yes or no?
Congressman, as I explained the process, we get these kids when they are referred to us by the Department of Homeland Security. We then provide them with care while they are in our custody. We lose custody of those kids once we find a vetted sponsor with whom they can stay.
A vetted sponsor that rapes and murders the people that they're entrusted to? Because you issue a rule that doesn't even do the background check? That's what you think is appropriate care for these children? I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so that is, and remember, we talked about this a little bit when RFK was picked to take that jackass's spot, and everybody's, well, RFK's not a doctor. That's your current director of HHS, who is also not a doctor, okay? He is just a lawyer, all right? So they have lost up to 400,000 children, and I know I can talk to Tony. Royce is not there yet because he's not a father. Not to say Royce is not aggravated by and just as pissed about kids, but when you become a parent, and Tony, I know you get this. I know Graham gets this, and I know you guys in the chat get this. When you become a father or a mother, children, it just hits different. When you see these things happen, that there are 400,000 children that are possibly missing, it just hits you different. And this is completely unacceptable, totally unacceptable. How do you lose 500,000 kids?
Well, this is what was happening over the course of the last 4 years under Joe Biden. And now that this has been turned and Trump is now taking office, all of this type of crap is coming to light where we're seeing kind of the outcome of everything that they let happen, right? Because this wasn't talked about during Joe Biden. This is being exposed now that he's being pushed out of office and trying to start World War III to cover everything up.
And again, let me just reiterate the fact of what I said before. I know that it's the Democrats that they're pointing their finger at, but do you guys honestly believe that it's just the Democrats? You guys don't think that that the politicians in Washington are all in cahoots with all this stuff? I mean, all these people over there that are put in office, by either their secret votes or our ballots or whatnot. I mean, all these people in there, a lot of them might have a good heart when they go in, but they get into the whole government thing and they start making money, and all of a sudden they start turning a blind eye to all this stuff that's happening, and that's how they turn evil. And all this stuff needs to just they're going to get their day in court, obviously, when they're at the pearly gates and our Lord and Savior is going to tell them, hey, what did you do? What did you do to protect these kids? And they're going to be like, I did nothing.
Maybe I'm a little aggressive here. Maybe I am. But, I mean, y'all know me. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it up, Royce. That guy right there, that guy that you just saw, and his assistant, and everybody that is involved with the loss of all of those kids, I put them in the same category and the same boat as the guy that was just found guilty on 10 counts of felony murder. I put him in the same category. If you do not handle your responsibility when it comes to the protection and safety and security of children, if you don't take steps to protect children, then you're taking steps to not protect them. There is no gray area when it comes to this particular conversation. You are either going to protect kids or you're not. There is no middle ground. Therefore, the decisions that this administration has made for the past 4 years for this to happen, every single one of them, from the head of the snake, Joe Biden, from the butt of the snake, Kamala Harris, all the way down to Mayorkas, this turd, and the rest of those people involved should all be walked into a courtroom and stand trial for all of this madness.
Absolutely, 100% agree with you, dude. It's just, like I said, I mean, I know we got to keep going on. It's just that I feel like these two subjects that we just talked about, with the murder and the verdict and the kids, I mean, what more is there more important? I mean, all the political stuff we talk about on the show is all great, and we can, bounce off of each other, but we're talking about people's lives, and not just people's lives, kids' lives. And it's just, I mean, there's nothing more important than a human life, especially a young human's life that are just getting their life started. And all these evil people who just, again, turn a blind eye and don't do anything to protect them, they should just rot in hell, dude.
I'm just telling you, like these people have not come across the wrong person yet. They just haven't. And I know Tony's that guy. I know I'm that guy. Y'all know me. I'm your huckleberry, like 100%. Because when it comes to me and mine, when it comes to my beautiful 6 boys and my wife, I'll burn this whole county down I live in over them, and they all know it.
All right, Royce, what's next, buddy?
Yeah, All right, let's talk. All right, let me talk about Graham for a second. He just sent me a message.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Guys, Graham wants to apologize. Y'all all know Graham well enough to know that he would not have just got up and walked out if it wasn't something really important. We have no idea what it is. We're not going to speculate, but, I mean, it's a big deal if Graham walks off of, this is his name right here. So if he walked off the set of his own thing, it's got to be a big deal. So he did want me to tell you guys he is sorry. He apologizes, but all will be brought to light soon enough.
Yeah, and to the 13.6 thousand of you that are watching, just stick around. We might have some good news for you when he eventually comes back. You never know. So don't leave. Don't go anywhere. We know you love Graham, but we're going to bring you the news, and we're going to wait for Graham. And we'll see. If not, you'll hear the news very, very soon. But moving on
Let's talk about Putin.
Let's talk about Putin. Let's talk about Russia. And let's talk about the craziness that's going on there. Todd, do you want to read this one?
All right, so this is breaking. Ladies and gentlemen, Russian President Vladimir Putin has expressed openness to negotiating a ceasefire in Ukraine with incoming President-elect Donald Trump, according to 5 Kremlin insiders cited by Reuters. But his conditions include retaining control over Ukrainian land and requiring Kiev to abandon its NATO aspiration. As
Kiev?
Trump, who has vowed Kiev.
Kyiv.
Yeah,
Kyiv, not Kiev.
Whatever, Kiev. You say tomato. As Trump, who has vowed to end the war quickly, prepares to take office, Russia advances as its quickest rate since 2022, though not without significant losses to its military. Currently, Russia occupies 18% of Ukraine, including all Crimea, annexed in 2014, 80% of Donbass, and substantial portions of that word, and that word regions, totaling 110,000 square kilometers.
Kilometers? Bro,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
crazy.
saying it all
What the
wrong
heck?
just to aggravate you now. Ha ha.
Thank you.
Kilometers.
No, this obviously just shows Trump and what he's been saying all along. He said multiple times, as soon as I get in office, that, within the first however long he's mentioned, this war will end. He's not even in office yet. I don't even think he's spoken to Putin, and Putin is coming out saying, essentially, like we put on the thumbnail, Trump equals peace.
Yeah, and
Joe
and
Biden creates war. It's just what it is.
For the first time ever, while I've been on this show, I can finally say these words. I do have a little insider information that will shed some new light on why there is a possibility here, a large possibility, that we don't have to be as worried as we are. But let's get through it. Let's get through it, and I'll explain.
You want to wait till we go through it?
I want to wait until after this next part. Russia has, in fact, fired a batch of ICBMs. Okay, ICBMs are intercontinental ballistic missiles. Missiles. This is the first time in history that ICBMs have been fired during a conflict. Now, what an ICBM is it's a rocket that fires up into the upper atmosphere. All right, and then drops down on the particular target themselves. So this can be terrifying, and the next one is Putin said he could reach us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the next one says that it can reach California from Russia.
Putin has said, all right, my ICBMs can reach California. Oh, yay, who cares? All right, yes, your ICBMs can reach California, but they'll be shot down before they re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. They'll be destroyed before they re-enter our atmosphere.
Let me play the judge here, Todd. What are you getting at, counselor?
Okay, so when it comes to the United States' involvement and giving them precision missiles and things of that nature, at the end, we are coming to the end of DOD's, Department of Defense's fiscal year. What that entails is a few things. Once you get into the months of November and December, all right, the DOD, all branches of service, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, whatever, they are all told, hey, you've got X amount of millions of dollars still left in your budget. I need you to spend it right now. Because
gotcha.
If a DOD organization has money left over at the end of the fiscal year, where they're just going to cut that part out of their budget. All right.
Todd, it's ironic you said that, because I think you got up before the show when we were having the meeting. You got up to go get coffee. I told Graham, I feel like Russia's just posturing right now. They launched these things to show the world, like, hey, we're not just going to take it lying down here. We're also going to do this. But obviously, Russia's a superpower. If they wanted to cause damage to any country around them, they could, correct?
All right.
Yeah.
So I will lay the timeline out for all of you, and maybe this will ease, and some of you will be able to sleep tonight and not have to go buy radiation suits and, things of that nature. Okay, so we have X amount of millions of dollars. Say you have $100 million budget in your DOD program. All right, and the DOD reaches out and says, hey, you need to spend this money. Well, you only spend $50 million of it, and the fiscal year ends. Well, all they're going to do is they're going to take that $50 million and they're going to cut it out of the budget for the next fiscal year.
Right.
When I was in the Army, I had to do that several times. I spent $1 million in 2 weeks one time because I had to, because they were going to cut it out of our budget. So, and the reason I think this is more likely the scenario here is because if you look at all the targets that the Storm Shadow, the G.I. Joe missile that UK gave Ukraine. If you look at the Storm Shadow, if you look at the missiles that we give them, and you look at the targets that were hit, the only thing they killed was polar bear and moose. There was nothing there. There was no military strike places. There was no civilian populations. There was no military populations. They just fired a missile out into the clear blue yonder out there in the middle of Russia.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Yeah.
That's what has happened on the good guy side. On the bad guy side, of course, Putin has to say these things and has to do these things. All right. We couldn't play the footage of the ICBMs re-entering the Earth's atmosphere because of, getting popped. But you can go look at the footage yourself. You literally see the ICBM.
Oh,
Todd froze again.
All right. No boom. So, of course, Putin has to posture. He is being threatened by the entire Western world. Of course, he's got to beat his chest. And what better way to do that is to use big, fancy words like nuclear, like ICBM, like things of that nature. All right. So I'm not saying that this is what I'm saying is going on. I'm saying that there is a very strong possibility that this is just a whole lot of whose is bigger.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you, man. And that was a great way to explain it all.
And he's gone.
Is Todd gone? He's gone. All right. Well,
yeah, he's just dropped out.
Yeah, Royce. I mean, I was telling Graham this exact thing. I mean, why? Again, I had a conversation with my wife and my daughter the other day because my daughter, she's busy buying a house. She's a social worker, and she's like, okay, so why is Ukraine launching missiles at Russia now? And I was like, that's a great question. They've had our missiles in their possession for over a year now, and Biden has been telling them, nope, wait. And all of a sudden, as soon as the election's over, yeah, okay, go ahead. Now you can go ahead and do it. And her question was why? And I said, it's all about just trying to give Trump when he comes into office a war that he has to deal with, and him not be able to get his policies through because he's going to be a wartime president. And it's just, I mean, all this stuff is just about posturing.
That I agree, and I'm sorry I keep getting kicked off, guys.
That's all right, man. It's not your fault.
What's going on with the power here, but it literally just keeps flickering on and off. And when it flickers, it kills my internet, then it fires right back up.
No, man, it's not your fault.
But I agree with you, Tony. I think that this is the DOD spending a whole lot of money to cover budget, and B, Putin has to respond this way. Like, he has to. He doesn't have a choice. He has to respond this way. And you're right. That I really was worried maybe the CIA is cutting my feed because I'm telling everybody secrets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the DOD got you under wraps there, Todd?
Got me.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to just end it there.
That's just where we're at. And I'm out.
Well, we can still see you. It might be a good idea to just end it there. We'll do. Oh, Todd's gone.
Todd's gone again. All right. Well, let's do some super questions then, because his feed is just not cooperating with him today. Is it? What do you say? Was it his power? Is it his power that's keeps going
it's
on?
his power.
Yeah, it's my power. It just keeps flickering.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick prayer, and then we can roll into super chats.
Let me pray.
And obviously, anything really quick before we do this, anything that comes out of Graham's call. Obviously, you guys, the audience, the loyal audience, we love you. You will be the first to know amongst the world if it's something crazy. It might be nothing. It might be something exciting. So just turn your notifications on. Share this video. Make sure you're looking at the stuff that we're posting, because you never know what could drop. So let's go and do a prayer.
Yeah. And one thing I want to add, and one thing I forgot to mention yesterday, listen, if you prayed that prayer with me yesterday and you either rededicated your life to Christ or you gave your life to Christ, when you do those things, let us know. All right. Because we want to celebrate with you with that. So let us know if you do that.
Amen.
But let us bow. Father, we just thank you for a good week. Lord, whatever is going on right now with Graham, Lord, I just ask that you give him the confidence and the strength and the intelligence to make the right choice, Lord, and that he makes whatever choice is inside of your perfect will. Father, we thank you for everything that you do. As we go on into this weekend, Lord, and everything that's going on with the children that are missing, with Lake and Riley and her family, Lord, I know that probably didn't give them the comfort that they wanted, because only you can do that, Father. And that I hope that right now Lakin is in your arms, and that you are just embracing her and showing her the full extent of your true love as our Heavenly Father. I just ask that you be with Lakin's family as they go through this very difficult time. Father, we love you and we thank you, and we ask all these things in your Son's name, and God's people said.
Amen.
Amen.
I was really worried I was going to look up and it was going to be gone again.
We would have just continued the prayer if that happened. All right, scrolling through, not too many, but here we go.
All right, put a boom. Only Dan's. I like it. A.T. Blanley. I hope so. We'll see. VPMW Davis. Breaking news, media splatters today. Graham Allen told his audience he was dying from colon cancer due to poor diet choices.
What?
That's good. That's good.
That's funny.
Jay Statler. Good morning, dear America fam. Just wanted to request some prayers for the 26th. After a 200-pound weight loss, my first excess skin removal service.
Wow.
I'll be the first show I'll miss live.
Wow.
Well, congratulations on the weight loss.
Yep.
For one, just not just for the weight itself, but for your health, man. Like, I can't imagine.
Hey, Todd, before you move on to the next question, my wife sent me this that Alex Jones posted yesterday. He said, under the Constitution, the 25th Amendment removal of Biden for launching World War III would hand power to Congress to remove Kamala as well. Reports by Dr. Wolf. What do you...
Interesting.
I don't know if I would be for that. I don't see it happening because of the House and the Senate. I mean, it's got to be 2/3 of both the House and the Senate for that to pass. And I think we're so close to the end game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Ironically, this is the next question.
Garrett Dover, if Biden starts a war under his belt, can he? No, he can't. Listen, there is nothing Joe Biden can do to remain president of the United States. Well, with the exception of declaring himself Caesar. But that's not going to end well for him. Harley Girl, I don't care to support that illegal POS's life sentence. Hang him in public. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yep.
That's after you
Amen.
set him on fire.
Absolutely.
Harley Girl, they don't care about his life sentence. It's free 3 hots in a cot for the rest of our life and on our dime. Hang, fry, or shoot him. Or all three. D,
Yep.
all the above.
Yep.
Bald Hawk, he illegal, worked for the system to see what he can get away with, but also realized that Mills Television weight room is free. He knew he wasn't going to get the death penalty. You know, he still might have got it without getting it, because I'm telling you.
And again, did you see the way that deal worked out, that he would plead guilt, or didn't he say that he made a plea deal so they wouldn't give him the death sentence or something like that? I read a little bit about it. Why is our system so effed up that a murderer could come out and say, yeah, okay, if you guys don't kill me, I will tell you guys what happened. How about, no, you tell us what happened, or we're gonna torture the crap out of you. How about that?
Yeah, ain't it crazy
Torture
that
tactics.
like Donald Trump could have got a life sentence for the classified documents thing, and this jackass murdered somebody, and it's bad.
Yeah,
it's
same
just
consequence. That's
Same.
unbelievable.
All right, Joe M. Jr. I'm a firm believer that we need to go old school and bring back tar and feathering for government officials, allowing them to stay here in public hangings for piece of craps like that demon that killed Lakin. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yep.
Ghost Rider. Good name. I've been a boss in prison. This is too high profile a case, and therefore once he makes it inside, he'll be dead as soon as he's recognized. I'm telling you.
Will see, I guess.
I hope not before he's tortured, though.
They will. I mean, they don't have nothing to end him quickly. I mean, they don't. Harley Girl, bad thing about chips, they'll have it removed thanks to the evil leftists and dirty doctors. Yeah, that is true. I just think we do like a shock collar, put a chip in them. You know, like the movie Suicide Squad, and if they cross back over the border. F3 liquor. Tony, the right to a speedy trial is as American as innocent until proven guilty. That is some Gestapo crap to execute without a trial. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, and we all have rights, and I know the Bill
right
of Rights
to a
amendments
speedy
and all
trial
that.
as an American, that dude's not an American. He's not an American. He doesn't
Good
get
point.
the same rights that we do. Screw him.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but what I was about to say, Todd, is that we all have rights as humans in the world, as children of God, but his rights were completely revoked as soon as he took that beautiful young lady's life.
And
He gets absolutely no reprieve from anything. He's just a POS, nothing to me.
Yeah. and I agree with some of you, vengeance belongs to the Lord. You're right, but sometimes the Lord sends a hot seat. Just saying. C. Robinson.
A vengeance belongs to the Lord, then we got to get that man to the Lord, right? Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. My job is just to arrange the meeting.
Exactly.
C. Robinson. Good morning, troops. Like Tony, I have a soft spot for kids. Being a police officer hurts at times. While deployed to Iraq, almost shot an Iraqi army troop for abusing a young girl when I gave her candy. Top Rob, been there too. They do not look at children the same way in Iraq and Afghanistan. They do not. I got some stories that make your hair stand up. Harley girl, when I became a mom, my opinion on the death penalty flipped. Fry him. I didn't need to become a mom or dad for that.
Amen to that.
I agree.
Crazy.
Appetizer. PSA, holidays statistically, when kids go missing, Haitian gangs have taken all over other gangs in my small town. Watch your kids, other kids. Some parents are ignorant for all the kids. And let me just say on this deportation thing, y'all, we're not through the woods. Like when Trump takes office and all of this deportation stuff happens, it's going to get bad. So if you don't have a weapon, if you do not have the training, you got 2 months, folks. You got 2 months to learn, if you don't know, to learn how to protect your family, and especially in counties, states, and cities where there is a large illegal migrant population. They're not going down without a fight. Like they're not. So you better be ready.
That's very true, Todd, because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah,
I mean,
at that point,
they're
they got
gonna
nothing
go
to
out. They're
lose.
gonna go out guns a blazing, man. So yeah,
They'll need places to hide, and what better than your family's house?
Yep.
So be careful, people. I'm telling you, I'm ready. Alicia Victoria, 88.
Oh, whoop, my bad.
If other countries deport illegals, the United States can do the same thing. My grandpa came here illegally. He was deported. It scared him so bad when he came back. He did it the right way. That's all we're asking you to do. That's it. My uncle did it the right way.
Yep.
C. Robinson, Tony, I take Bongino approach on Democrats and Republicans. Republicans may not be the answer to all your problems, but the Democrats are always the cause of all your problems. Where's the lie?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you there. I just wish, like I said, my feeling about the whole government is that the people who are entrenched there, like Lindsey Graham, those rhinos that just, he's a Republican, but he is not really a Republican for us. I mean, obviously he's the lesser of two evils, but I mean, they're just there just to keep on making money off of our taxes, and they're not doing anything for our movement that we want. We want all those rhinos out. So I get what you're saying. I'm tired of all this BS between the Democrats and Republicans.
I agree.
And who's right,
I hate
who's
them
wrong.
both.
So,
I'm just saying. I hate them both. Next. Renegade. Trump should nominate Elizabeth Warren for Bureau of Indian Affairs. Yeah, I mean, hey, she is, 0.000000001%. Next. J Straight Street 6. Take a look at how many pharmaceutical companies in Kiev, Ukraine, LM, laughing my butt off. That's where all our money is going, plus munitions. Where's the lie? Next.
There it is. Sorry, guys.
Don't know if Trump picked Linda McMahon as the head of education. Yeah, I saw that. I'm seeing all the libs cry about it. Haven't seen any official proof, but fake news is claiming it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, he actually did. He did pick Linda McMahon for that. She actually has an education background, believe it or not. She's been teaching wrestler stuff for a really long time. Emily 1018, that is why you need a hotspot, Todd. It's not the internet, y'all. It's the power. It is the power. I actually have a backup hotspot connected to my router, so that's not helping when my computer goes bloop. Next.
Todd, they sell this backup power that is
they'll hold it if you lose.
Yeah,
I'm
if you
not
lose it.
into that. This never happens, though.
It's those little tiny boxes that just stay plugged in the whole time. As soon as your power goes out, it kicks on.
Maybe I try that. From Cindy, $50. Thanks. Love your show. Thank you, Cindy.
Cindy's awesome.
Yep.
Cindy is
the whole
best.
family. Striker J, Grandma's new assistant director of Secret Service under Bongino. Royce, please finish your story from yesterday about the Russian stuff. Tony will be my first guest on my new show, Wolverines.
I've been talking a lot. Go ahead, Royce.
I kind of did finish it. They have the dead hand. If we launch missiles at them, they'll detect it automatically. Even if we kill them, it launches missiles at us regardless. It's a lose-lose scenario. That's all it is. Not to scare anybody, but that's like that's what it's genius because what are we gonna do? Anyways, moving on. Yeah. I'm sorry, Tony. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say I've been chatting back and forth with Striker J a lot. It's been really cool getting to know him and other people. I just messaged Angie the other day, and a bunch of different people on there. I don't have nearly as many followers as Todd or Graham has over 1 million. So I have my under 1,000 people that are okay. I could answer you real quick because otherwise the whole chat would be. So it's cool it's one of those things where I don't want tons of followers or anything like that. It's cool just to be able to answer all the viewers, and I have to say I appreciate all the back and forth that we've been having. I love you guys. So
yeah.
Yep. Go back. This one's hilarious. Too funny not to read. From Punisher, finally not making fun of me. Graham has been done with his call. He just hasn't ended the call completely because he's on a back and forth with Dan saying, "No, you hang up."
Sorry, sometimes I'll be on a comment but they're still talking about the last one, so I think that we moved on. Sorry.
So funny. DQ Ball got to love Tony. We all love Tony.
You just gotta.
Oh,
y'all don't understand. Like Tony, y'all have no idea. He is the voice of reason for a few of us. Math teacher MC reply Ibarra. I vote wood chipper feet first.
Ooh.
That's a good one too.
Dude, that's a brutal one.
Dear God.
Man,
y'all listen. I'm just telling y'all have no idea. I'm the guy that watched the movie Law Abiding Citizen and took notes. So I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chatty Highlander. They should do like William Longshanks did my 17th great grandfather's cousin William Wallace, and for taking the life of an innocent. Life for a life. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom.
Great movie, dude. Great movie.
There it is.
Angela Durham, to that guy who said he deserves a trial, hell to the no. That MFer is not American. I wouldn't even give him a trial. I would feed him to them gators. Well, here's the thing. Like, you talk about all the American rights you want. You think if you go kill somebody in Germany, they're going to, like, hand you the U.S. Constitution and say, it's okay, you're right. No. It doesn't work like that.
Corrects me up, Todd. No.
One.
McHeartland, love you, miss you, mean it. That's my line. But I'll allow it. All right, well, that's all we got, guys. That's all we got. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out all week. It's been a good week. It's been a sad week, especially the end of this day. But hopefully we put a little bit of those fears to rest regarding Russia, and calmed everybody down just a little bit in regards to that. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I will see you at 2 p.m. Eastern time on In the Hot Seat. Today, we are talking about Tulsi Gabbard.
Ooh.
So, going to have a lot of fun with that. Tony, say goodbye.
Thank you all for hanging out with us this week. Have a safe and great weekend. See you next Monday.
Royce.
It's been a crazy week. Thank you guys for everything. We will see you guys on Monday. But really quick, we got one more.
We appreciate you, Tony. Thanks for being awesome. You all are awesome. God bless you from Misty.
God bless you.
Appreciate that. God bless
Misty's
all of you also.
Misty is definitely good people. All right. Well, I am Todd, Hot Seat Todd, sitting in for Graham, ending the week, reminding you to stay awake, not woke, trusting God, not the government. And as always, stay free.